Hello again.
All right, well, welcome everybody. This is room number 3, breakout session 4, the last one of the day. It's Canvas Studio with Melanie, and Kelly will be assisting her in the chat. So welcome everybody, and Melanie and Kelly, I'll turn it over to you guys.
All right, let me make sure I have everything up while everyone is coming in. All right, I'm standing up, Kelly. I need my watch kept telling me to move, so
It was time. Okay.
yeah, I have stood up. Let me lift it a little bit higher.
All right, we'll get started in just a minute. We want to give just a minute or two for anyone else to jump in. Melanie, I added 2 videos for you.
Oh, in this presentation?
Into the biology course. I'll give you a link.
Into which course?
The biology course.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
My brain did a complete freeze just now.
That's okay.
All right, everyone. Okay, so we're at 45. I guess people really wanted to see us, Kelly, again.
I think it's you, Melanie. I think it's all you.
All right, so we are doing Canvas Studio. Kelly is great at this, so she will be jumping in whenever. I like Canvas Studio. This is probably my favorite feature of Canvas. It works in all grade levels, all content areas, and it is great for feedback. So I did check the bit.ly, it does work. So those of you who want to capture, am I sharing my screen?
You are not.
Oh, I am just chit-chatting away as if
That's okay. I will put the bit.ly in the chat for everybody.
All right, so let me go back. There we go. Can you guys see my screen now? Fabulous. Okay. So Canvas Studio. We're going to go over it, show you guys how to make video assignments, video quizzes, show you a couple of bells and whistles with it. If you guys have been in a session already, then you know who I am. If you are brand new, my name is Melanie Baker. I'm one of the dedicated adoption consultants for the state of Nevada. Kelly Lozicki, she is in the chat in the yellow shirt. That is my work wife, and we will do this session together. She will also be manning the chat. So if you have questions during the session, please put them there. Feel free to ask them, and she will type as fast as she can to answer those questions as we are going through. The bit.ly is on the screen and it is in the chat. As we stated earlier, you can reach us at a shared email address for Nevada. It is nv-canvas@instructure.com. That is for the state of Nevada. You can reach us there, and she will stick that in the chat as well for the people who are just coming in. So I'll give you a second if you want to write that down if you have not. Thank you, Brittany. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Brittany.
All right, so the agenda for the day, it looks like a short agenda, but Studio has a lot to offer. We're going to go over what is Studio, why you should use Studio, how does it work, how do you add, how do you record, how do you put it in a course, what does it look like when your students use Studio. We'll show you how to create assignments. There's 2 ways you can add them to your assignments. You can do it through the rich content editor, or you can do it, add them in directly from a module. Either way works, and we'll show you both. You can also put them in discussions as well. I don't know if I've done this. You can put a studio quiz in Studio Quiz. I guess, well, you could make it a quiz, so there wouldn't be a reason to put it in a quiz, right, Kelly? If you made it a studio quiz, you don't have to put it in a quiz. You're on mute.
You don't know what I just said. I don't think you would put it. I can't think of a use case for putting a studio video quiz inside of a Canvas quiz.
You can put your studio video in a quiz.
You can do that. Yes.
Okay, that's what I was
Yes.
trying to do. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Okay, yeah. So you can use Studio as a repository, say, for videos. So if you have a collection of videos that you like, you can pull them all in and have them accessible in Canvas versus going out to places to get them. All right, so what is Studio? It's a video management tool. It is native to Canvas, so it's a part of the Canvas infrastructure if your district or your school has purchased Studio. It increases the engagement. So as the instructor, you get insights. So you can see how long students watch the videos. You can see their scores. If you make it a quiz, you can see how everyone did on each question. It removes YouTube ads. So if you pull in videos from YouTube, there won't be ads. You get analytics. And students, of course, can answer questions to studio quizzes. How many people have used Edpuzzle before? Well, the people I can see. If you guys don't know how to use reactions, there's a little reaction button where you can throw up like a thumbs up. But if no one's used Edpuzzle before, I see Edpuzzle, ED, and then the word puzzle. I see a few people thumbs up. So if you guys don't know what Edpuzzle is, it is, how do you know if your school paid? Kelly will answer that. Edpuzzle is basically, YouTube had this really cool tool where you could take a video and put questions in it. That's our version of Edpuzzle, but our version is way better because it ties directly to your grade book. So if you create a quiz, you can put the grade right in the grade book, and then you can go back later and give feedback. And some people are still coming on in. So that's what Studio is. Why you should use Studio. So the big reasons: YouTube integration. YouTube has everything, of course. So you can find a video about anything in YouTube. You can pull those videos in. Blended and asynchronous learning. You may want your students to do some work at school, some at home. You may want students to watch videos at home, or you're virtual learning. So you can pull content in. You can record your own videos. If you're elementary, a great way to use it is to read books. So if you have books and you want to read the same books that your students have at home, you can read it to them. You can have your students submit so they can answer questions using video or audio instead of writing it down. For instance, if you're like an ESL teacher and you want to hear the students say certain words or make sure that they're pronouncing them the correct way, so you can have them actually record a video of themselves. And the big one is you get analytics. So you can see student scores, how long they've watched a video. Because students will say, oh, I watched the video, and you can go and look in Studio and see that they watched 3 minutes and then they click to the end. It will show you their analytics. So they can't say, oh, I watched the whole thing. You absolutely know if they did or did not watch the video. And we'll kind of show you that later. The other thing with Studio is they have closed captions and there's multiple languages. So if you want to translate it to a different language, you do have that capacity to do that as well. All right, so I'm gonna live in the world of Studio and the presentation. But for those of you who have Studio, if you're in your Canvas course, in the global navigation bar, you will see what looks like a monitor. It looks like, you know, the YouTube symbol with little, I don't know what to call those things, Kelly, but little branches out.
I think they're supposed to be studio lights, like if you were in a recording studio.
Oh, okay. I would never have guessed that, but okay. So that's what we'll go, Studio lights. It will be in your global navigation bar. Studio anything that's in Studio can be used in any course that you have. So it is global navigation. It applies to everything, which is different from course navigation. So that's the big difference. Here is everything. Here is the course. All right, so when you go into Studio, let me move this out of the way. Can you guys see my Studio screen? Yes.
Yes, we can.
right.
I think I need to send you a different course link. So give me 1 second.
Oh, this is okay. You are correct. Are you going to send it to me in the chat?
I will. I'm just trying to navigate back to it. Give me
Well,
just
while you're
here it
doing
is.
that, I'm going to show some parts of Studio and then I'll pull it up. So
Okay.
when you get in Studio, Studio has some cool features. Your Studio videos are in what's called My Library. So this is your library of resources, and it has a couple of really cool features. You have the record button. If you hit the record button, it will do a screen capture or a webcam. So if you wanted to maybe demo something that you were doing in class, so if I wanted to demo instructions, like a 1-minute video on instructions, I could turn on screen capture and it would basically screen record within the wherever you are. The other cool feature that I like is the webcam. So you're going to see what's behind me. This is the webcam, and you can start recording and you can check your mic, you have your webcam, and you can make a video and save it in your library. So let me hit record real fast. You get a timer, so if you need to get yourself together. And then you would talk and say whatever you would like in your video. Once it's done, you can give it a title and then you would save it. And so that video will now live in your Studio account. And I'm going to get rid of that one because that one looks like I was extremely sleepy or something. But so that's the record option. So again, you have the screen capture where you can record your screen. So for everyone who's using things like Screencastify and all these different places, and then you have to bring the video in to where you have to download it, you know, like the 20 steps, you can actually screen record right inside of Canvas. And then the webcam, of course, you can record yourself. Make sure you have good lighting. I turned my light off because I had a big glare like on top of my forehead. But if you're in a well-lit room, you should not have a problem with that. The add video feature, which is probably one of my favorite parts of it, you can browse files that you have already. So if there are some of you who have flash drives in the group, I know my flash drive friend is here. I think I saw her name.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
My flash drive friend is here. If you have videos on a flash drive, you can bring them into Studio so that they're not on that flash drive anymore and they will live in your account. If you want to paste a YouTube video in, you can put the YouTube video in and you can use it there. Okay. So I am going to pull up the course that actually has some Studio videos in it. Hold on 1 second. All right, Kelly. So it is it already in the module?
So I didn't put it in a module. I just added 2 videos. If you go to the Studio in the course navigation, as opposed to the global navigation, you should see 2 videos inside the course.
There you
3.
go. Three
I lied. It's 3.
Okay. So when you're in the course, you can, so these are videos that she pulled. They look like YouTube videos.
They are YouTube's.
She pulled them from YouTube. The one thing you'll love about Studio is that the videos come in extremely quick. Like as quickly as you paste the link from the search, not from the search bar, from adding, they literally come in instantly. And so there's no waiting like, oh my gosh, how long is this going to take? It is instant. So they come in to your account. Okay, so what you can do with your video. So now that we have pulled some videos in, you can actually share your videos with your students. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can add them to the modules, or you can pull them into a content page in your course. So we're going to show you how to do videos first, and then we'll go back and show you how to make a video a quiz. All right. All right, Kelly, is there any particular module or it doesn't matter?
It is completely up to you.
All right, so we will do, I'm going to go to this module that I already have created, and I want to pull one of those videos in. If you simply just want the students to watch the video, you can go to your module, hit the plus button, and there is an external tool. Some of you may see this as ARC, A-R-C, and some of you may see it as Canvas Studio. They are the same thing. So if you see the difference in names, it's the same thing. I guess it just depends on when they got Canvas. Is that why it would show up different if they've had Canvas?
There was a name change a while back.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you would choose Canvas Studio. And what happens is now you'll see, oh, look, Kelly, I have a video in there.
You do.
Man, that was a while back. That was in March. Okay. I didn't know that video was there. So you would see your videos that you have added to your Canvas account, and you would hit select. If you want to display the media tabs, you can, and then we will click embed and add the item. So now that Canvas video is added to your module. And so this is what the students will see. For you, the teacher, there are some great insights. If you would like to edit the details of the video, sometimes the videos come in with these super long descriptions, which the students are probably not going to read. You can actually edit those details. If you would like your students to add comments to the video, you can do that, or you can turn those comments off if you are concerned with what they may say in the comments, especially if they are middle or high school. You may want to turn that off. Insights, you can see who has watched the video, how much of the video they have watched. You will see a little dot with like where they are on the video. What would they like me to go over again, Kelly?
Would you just show them the steps again, please? But after you finish.
Yeah, sorry,
Sure. Okay.
sorry.
I'll go back through it. Yeah. So Insights allows you to see how much of the video that they've watched. And Captions, these are your closed captions. I know someone in an earlier session asked me about closed captions. So you can choose the language that they watch it in. I'll let Kelly answer that. So let me go back and show you again how you add it to a module. And again, a best practice, always build in your modules. So to add just a video, you would click the plus sign in your module. You would click the add button, and you would go to external tool. You would click on Canvas Studio. You'll choose the video. Display media button, it gives you the option to see those insights and comments. That's why you would turn that on. And then you would hit add item. If you don't like the name of this, you do have the option to edit the title of it. So if you wanted to change it to, I'm just giving it a name, you can change the name of it as well. Someone did ask me, do I have to somehow go into analytics to find out how much they watched? No, you don't have to go into analytics. When you click on insights, you'll see how much they viewed. Like you will see how much of the video they watched. Like you'll see the cursor to show So all the kids will show up on the timeline. You'll see them. It's just the two of us now. For instance, like if Kelly went right now and played that video on her computer and we came back, we would see how much of it that she actually watched. So that is the easy way if you just want your students to watch the video and do nothing else. However, if you wanted to say, put a video on announcements, or if you wanted to put it on a page or a discussion or an assignment, and you wanted to give them some instructions around it, you could do that as well. So I'm going to do an announcement. And if you haven't used announcements before, it's in your course navigation. Aha, Tiana, we are going to address that exact question that you just posted in the chat. That's my favorite feature. So we will address that. So to add a video to announcements, you would click on announcement, or if this was a page or a discussion, of course, you want to give it a title. Do not give instructions like this. This is bad. I'm just doing this for the demo, but I have seen this. Do this is not a great instruction. Like give detailed, explicit, this is what I want you to do. But you may want to give an announcement to your students. Please watch this video on, I'm gonna say that this video is on fire safety before class. And if you want to provide any more information. So to add it through the rich content editor, there's this cute little thing over here. It looks like a plug, like you plug in the wall. And in there, Canvas Studio is there. But if you notice, there are some other ones in there as well that you can use. If you want to grab your Canvas Studio video, you click Canvas Studio. The videos that you have already saved are there. And you click embed. And then you hit save. And so that announcement will go out to everyone who is in your course. And again, you will have insights. You will have the exact same insights. Someone sent me a question. It says, I teach a lot of 10th graders who are 15 years old. They can also be known as the get over. Yes, the get over crowd. So we're going over to quizzes. And yeah, there is a way to block these children who love to just, slide through the video and not watch the video just to answer the questions. Yeah, we can deter that. And so we are going to show you how to do that as well. Okay.
Melanie, if you refresh, I think you can see some analytics now.
Let's go look at the analytics.
Oh, you're in a different video. I'm sorry. I watched a different one.
I am in a different one. So let me go back to studio. Which one did you watch?
Biological molecules.
Okay. So let's go and check it out. Yep. So there it is. So you can see.
Hello and welcome.
I didn't mean to play the video, but you can see the views. And I know that's Kelly because she's the only person in my class. But if there were other students, you would see. Kelly, did you skip through the video?
I did.
Okay. So that's how you can tell if they skipped, because there's a big gap. So your kids who love to slide and slip on through class, what they're probably doing when I show you quizzes is they're looking for the questions. But we will tell this to you guys. If they slide through the studio quiz, they won't ever find that question. They'll skip over it. And I learned that the other day, that no matter how much they slide that cursor around, the only way they will see the quiz is if it stops, if the actual quiz stops. Did you know that, Kelly?
I did not. You just taught me something. Thank you.
Yep. So they cannot find it. So let me show you how to make a studio quiz. All right, so studio quizzes. We are going to go back to studio. Oh, And to make a studio quiz, actually, I have to do it in the global, correct, Kelly?
Yes.
Studio
Yes.
is in your to make a quiz, you have to do it through global navigation. So I am going to go to biological molecules. When you click on your 3 dots, you have several options. You can create a quiz. You can annotate a video. So if you're one of those teachers who wants to mark the video as you are working through it, you can do that. You can share it or you can move it. We are going to create a quiz. So studio quizzes are exactly what they are. They are questions that you can place within the context and within the video as it plays. And it will pause, the question will pop up, the students will answer, and then the video will continue on. So we'll go in and build one. So I'm going to call this one sample quiz. Please give a description. Tell them what they are taking a quiz on. Tell them what they're taking a quiz on. I believe this is on biology. That's not my subject, so we're just going to put biology. So for the person who asked about the kids who love to slide on through the videos, what you want to do is you want to hide the question markers on the timeline. Because if they know where the question is, they're going directly to the question. So to deter that, you just hide it. And so they don't know where the video is. They don't know where the questions are. They're forced to watch the video. They don't know how many questions are in the video. They just know that they have to watch it. They have to watch the video. So how the questions work, you'll see a plus mark. I'm going to put one at about, we'll say about 10 seconds. So the plus sign, it tells you the types of questions that you can do with your class. I try to stick with multiple choice and true or false because again, they're watching a video and you want it to be interactive, and this will go right to your grade book. So if you put 10 questions, and there are 10 point seats, that's 100 points. And oh, thank you, Kelly. You're putting instructions. Okay. And so multiple answer, that one is a little tricky, and I'm honestly a little afraid of that one because I haven't really played with it a lot. But multiple choice and true false, that's exactly what they are. So what you as the instructor would do is you could play the video.
Hello and welcome to the kitchen.
Okay, so that was enough. Welcome to the kitchen. So wherever if I were you as a teacher, I would first watch the whole video to find out where you want to insert questions for the students. And once you find out where you want to put your questions, that's where you stop the video. So you would let it play.
Because last week we
and then you would stop the video and you would hit your plus sign. So I am going to choose true or false. And I'm just going to put in a question. Are his glasses broken? No, his glasses are broken. That was not a question. And the correct answer is false. So you would choose the correct answer. You can give them feedback on correct answers, incorrect answers, or you can provide them feedback regardless of what their answer is. And then you hit save. And you can do that throughout the life of the video. So as Kelly said in the chat, you play the video, then at the moment you want a question, you click the plus sign to create a video. And so you would do that throughout. I'm just going to do that one. Let's remember where it's at. It looks like it's at the 5-second mark. Once you are done, you click done, and you will know that this is a video quiz because it will have a little rocket in the upper right-hand corner. Does everyone see that rocket in the upper right-hand corner? That's how you know it is a video quiz that you can use. And I'll show you how it looks from the student end.
Hello and welcome to the kitchen. I wanted to invite you here today because last week we started off in my bathroom and I kind of feel bad about that. And also because as I'm making lunch today, I wanted to, sort of use it as a lab. During this time.
Was that the right one? Nope, Kelly, that wasn't the right one. I know what I did. I have to go and put it in my course, don't I, to show it as a quiz? You're on mute.
I was trying to nod. Yes.
Okay, so I made it a video quiz. And so let me go back into my course. The little things you have to remember, the little things. Okay, so I am going to go back and I am going to make it a studio quiz in my course. So I am going to go to the rich content editor. External tool, Canvas Studio, and I can select that quiz. And does everyone see where it says video quiz embed? So standard is just the video. Video quiz embed is the quiz version. So you can still see the regular video, but if you want the video with the quiz, you have to choose video quiz embed. And then you'll see a drop down with all of your videos. So we will select the video. And so this is how it looks in the course. And I am going to start it. I think there's someone trying to come in.
Hello and welcome to the kitchen. I wanted to invite you here today because last week we started.
So does everyone see how it immediately stopped and it went to the quiz question? So as the quiz is going on, it will literally stop where the question is. So for students who slide through the video, they will miss the question if they just try to skip through and try to find it. And so what the students would do is they would put their answer in,
Started off in my bathroom.
click continue, and it will keep going. Where do you put the point value? The point value is going to be based on how many questions they choose, correct, Kelly?
Yes. It's going to automatically be created.
It'll be automatic. When there's another question type, I didn't do the multiple choice. In the multiple choice, you have a box where you can put points. You can actually even say this option 1 is the best answer. It can be worth 4 points, but option 2 is close, but not quite. You can give them partial credit. So you can give them 2 points. So you have the options in the multiple choice to give them different amounts of points, but the points are going to be based on how many questions you put in the quiz automatically. It'll be done automatically. The insights, again, you can see how much of the video I watched. That was me watching it only the 5 seconds. I don't have any captions turned on. As the teacher, you will get an item analysis and you will also get student results. So you can see how each student does on the exam, on the whole quiz. The item analysis will allow you to look at each question that they do. So you'll see how everyone does in the class. If they struggle a bit, you'll be able to see which question they were actually struggling on. So if you need to go back and re-loop and reteach, then you know exactly the areas that you need to review. Someone asked, can you make essay or short answer questions? That would be wonderful, but not
yet. Not yet. No, we're all hopeful.
Not just yet. All right, so I am going to slip back on over to our presentation real quick. As a teacher, why would you want to have your students use Studio to submit their assignments? Studio is just another way for them to turn in their work. They can make a video recording. So the same way that we recorded a video, they can record a video on their device. And it doesn't matter if they're on an iPhone, a tablet, a Chromebook, MacBook, whatever device, as long as they have access to a camera on that device, they can submit a video. And a lot of kids like to talk, so let them talk on video. I mean, they're talking, they're on videos and they're on phones all the time. If you have TikTokers, you have kids who just love verbalizing, this is a great way to get them to talk. It's also great for the kids who don't talk at all. They might actually do a studio video. You can document what they understand. So you can ask them to explain something in their own words, because oftentimes when we ask them to write it, they just regurgitate what they read and they just kind of change a few words. So this forces them to verbalize it and explain what they are doing. What's our time check?
It's, I don't know how to translate that into, we're all in different time zones. It's 26 after, how about that?
Okay. Okay, so that means we got 4 minutes and then Q&A. Okay.
Okay.
So in an actual classroom, some great uses, foreign language classes, they can submit uses, they can submit videos of themselves, say, speaking Spanish, or the reverse, they can speak English. If you are doing a fluency check, so if you have students who are taking speech and you want to make sure that they are speaking correctly, if they're enunciating their words, this would have been great when I was in school. When I was younger, I had a speech impediment when I was younger. And so, you know, I had to be right in front of the teacher so she could watch me. So now you can actually watch them on video. So it can capture what they are doing. You think we have time to play the video of the student, or I should just tell them what's in the video?
I think you should play it.
Okay. So this young man is actually taking a studio quiz, and I will play the video and hopefully everyone will be able to hear it.
About 3.5.
Can everybody hear?
The sun bear is mostly black. It has an orange nose and
So that is so nice. I love that video. And the difference between the little ones and the big kids, of course, you can see their whole head. If those were high schoolers, you might just see their forehead. So it's always nice to see the little ones. So we kind of went through these. We gave you in the presentation the actual steps to creating an assignment with Canvas Studio videos. When I did the announcement, the rich content editor bar, it's the exact same way I did the announcement. So you would simply give your instructions and grab your studio video. So we did provide you with the detailed steps. So for those of you who you were trying to write it down while I was talking, they're here for you. One of the things with your studio submission, just like your classwork assignments, make sure you give a due date for your assignments and hit the blue button, hit save. If you see a blue button, that usually means save, and that is invaluable to you. So a good tip, a couple of tips for you, give them a time limit to complete their assignments. Make sure your instructions are very clear. I wish we had time to do a rubric session today, but rubrics are great. Elementary uses them a lot. Model it. So use a studio video in your announcement so they can see how to speak on camera, how to look directly at the camera and not look up or look down or have a part of their face in it, and just have them practice. You can do it in a discussion board as well. Once they have submitted their assignments, if it's a studio quiz, of course, it will go directly to the grade book. Someone asked me, the students are going to get notified to receive an announcement, have them go to settings. Yes, so just like we talked about in the parent session, if you are using the Canvas, if you're going to be using announcements to send out videos, make sure you show your students how to use announcements. make sure you show them how to access them and adjust the settings. I would do that at the top of the year and just review it every now and then so they know how to access the announcements. The other thing about Studio and any assignments in general, you can give them feedback. So when they submit a video, there will be a feedback bar on the side. You can type in feedback or you can give them a video response. You can do either way. The student instructions, we kind of went through these already. The same way I showed you how to record and capture, you can show them the same thing as well. Boom, that was the end of the video. I didn't know.
Melanie, you have to look at Sheila's.
What did she say? If
She's
you're a
cracking
high
me up.
school teacher, you can record your announcements just showing. Yes, that's the most hilarious thing in the world. And guess what? The kids would completely relate. I remember one day I saw my son on a football meeting and everybody's laptops were like this. And I was like, and a funny story, we won't say where this happened, but me and Kelly recently had a meeting with someone. And I think we saw the corner of his head, Kelly. Was it the corner?
Just a little.
The corner, like the side of his face. It was kind of like this. And we had a whole meeting like this for 30 minutes. So when you, and we were doing everything in our power to hold ourselves together because he was really nice, but we saw like a portion of his face. So show them the proper way to make a video, okay? No, so Kelly answered that question. So again, the presentation is available at this bit.ly. And oh, I didn't put my, yes, I did. Your feedback, we do read the surveys, so please submit your feedback. And I'll continue answering questions. How do the students submit video again, like for fluency? Sure, I'll show you how they submit. So it would be the same way that I made a video. I'm going to do a webcam. I'm sitting in the dark. So what I would tell you to tell your students, of course, make sure the lighting is a little bit better. I'm in my little office area. And you want them to make sure that they make good eye contact with the video, preferably get as close to the camera as possible, and then start the recording. So if they're reading something, you know, you want to have them have whatever they're reading like right in front of them. And so you can watch exactly what they're saying. Oh God, let me turn this off. And turn that off. You said in course navigation or global. When they're creating, it would be in global. Turn off the link for the presentation. There it is. And Kelly will put it in the chat.
Yes, I'm just looking for the link last time.
Are there any other questions?
Yes, if the students create it in global navigation, does that mean that all of their teachers will be able to see the video?
No, global navigation is just where it's housed. So when it's time to submit, whatever teacher asked for that video, they would just choose it. They have a, am I explaining that right, Kelly?
Well, I was thinking, Melanie, that, and I haven't actually done this particular thing, but I was thinking that the teacher would create an assignment and it would be like, you know, record yourself reading this passage. And then the student would submit the video to the assignment. So they would click the submit button.
Yes.
Maybe, can we create a quick assignment to model? Okay. Yes.
So you would create an assignment and you would give it a, excuse me, title. Oh, it has a title. Some real instructions. And then of course you would put your points in if you're giving points. Your submission type, excuse me, would be online. And that is where you would choose media recordings. So media recordings is where the camera or the audio, they can choose whichever way they want to, excuse me, submit the assignment. And then you can decide on how many attempts you want them to be able to record it. So say you give them 3 chances to get the recording correct, or unlimited amounts of time. So they can just do it over and over again. I think someone asked earlier, how many times can they submit? You can do it as unlimited. Until the due date, they can keep doing it over and over again. But I'll be mindful again of that in high school, because if someone knew what the correct answer was and they just turned something in and then their friend got it right, they could go back and re-record. So just be mindful of how they do that. And you can control that with your availability of your assignments with that. So with availability, you can control the window of time that they have to do the assignment. And that should eliminate some of those issues. And then of course you hit save. And please make sure you publish, because if you don't publish, they don't see it. Someone said, so does it just upload the final one to the teacher? Yes, 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 it does.
Melanie, I just added the Canvas guide for what you showed them.
Yeah.
And the link to it.
So I'm going to do my test student while we're still on here, since we have 3 minutes left. Is that right? Yes, 3 minutes.
Mhm.
So if I was a student in this class doing this sample assignment, this is what it looks like to them. So they have unlimited attempts. And so here, I didn't give very good instructions, but maybe I should have given instructions, but pretend I said, what is 2 + 2? And so they have the option, if they've already recorded the video, to upload it, or they can hit allow. 2 + 2 is equal to 4. And then you hit finish. Give them some kind of naming convention for their assignments. Guess my mouse doesn't, did my battery die? Okay, Melanie 2 + 2. And then save it. And then the students will see a submit button. And it shows up in their assignment. So you as the instructor, now, if you go to SpeedGrader, let's refresh. Oh, click here to view it. There it is. 2 + 2 is equal to 4. Okay. So the video shows up there. 2 + 2 is equal. Okay. 2 + 2 is equal to 4. So now you can give them feedback. Great job. If you wanted to give them video feedback, you can respond with a video. If you just wanted to give audio feedback because you don't want to be on camera, you can just give them audio feedback. And this is something I'll just show you guys since we have 1 minute left. If you love leaving comments for your students and you want to build a little library, you can do that in your comments. So you can put a whole bunch of comments there and reuse them over and over again.
That is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I love it.
Right
So
there.
if you say awesome, great job, blah, 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 you can put that there. And then you carry on and grade your students and hit submit. And that's what shows up in your grade book. I didn't give a grade, but it'll show up there in your grade book. So we are officially done. 4:40. Oh, 1:40. I think it's 1:40 on the dot. I have no idea what time it is.
Thanks everybody for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
Is the recording?
Sessions,
Is the recording still going? Yes.
yeah, the recording's still going. The survey session or the session survey and the attendance tracker are both in the chat. So make sure you complete those, and we'll see you back for the closing. So thank you, Kelly and Melanie. I appreciate it.
Take care, everyone.